It's not just computers and tablets. Connecticut schools have added 3D printing to their students' learning environment. Tonight's forum was in collaboration with a number of Connecticut organizations, all with primary education as a primary importance. Owen Kingsley, QNN. Here at the Connecticut Resources Recovery Authority, those plastic bags you've been recycling are creating problems for the workers inside. Even though the construction work takes place at night, concerns and issues from Quinnipiac students continue during the day. Voters who turned out today, like the ones here at Ridge Hill School, had the opportunity to let their voices be heard. As a result of Friday's power outage, Quinnipiac Public Safety encourages students to use the rave alerts that can be texted right to your phone. In Connecticut, there are fines for distracted driving, but here in Cheshire, those fines can get to over $500 for repeat offenders. Tonight marks the fourth gubernatorial debate out of a total of 5. The final debate will take place on October 30th, exactly 1 week before Election Day. Owen Kingsley, QNN. They say two's company and three's a crowd. Well, the stage at the Infinity Hall in Hartford was crowded with Connecticut's 3 primary candidates for governor: Oz Griebel, Bob Stefanowski, and Ned Lamont. More than an hour before the debate, dozens of concerned voters were outside letting their voices be heard.
People, not prison! People, not prison!
Inside, candidates were asked early and often about GE and other businesses leaving the state.
You know why GE left? Because they didn't have a business person leading the state. Look at what Charlie Baker has been able to do in Massachusetts.
In the GE example, using that, I would have hoped I would have developed a relationship with senior people at GE relatively early on.
After GE left, we got the leaders of GE together with the political leaders and the business leaders and the labor leaders to see what we could learn.
Things did get heated between the candidates at times.
We got a pilot over here, we got out-of-state tractor trailers.
And you have no solutions, Bob.
Trust me, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, trust me.
But throughout the debate, each candidate presented their stance on issues like taxes, tolls, and jobs.
I'm going to do everything I can to give you confidence that I'm going to bring down the high cost of government without raising the income tax, without raising sales taxes, and get it done in that first year.
I got a guy in the middle that just wants to put tolls on out-of-state tractor trailers. Do you really believe if we go through all the trouble to get tolls approved and put up the technology that every worker in Connecticut is not going to be going through 2 or 3 tolls on their way to work?
Growth is the future. We've had no net job growth in 30 years. So jobs are key to attracting and retaining people of all age levels.
Tonight marks the 4th gubernatorial debate out of a total of 5. The final debate will take place on October 30th, exactly 1 week before Election Day. Owen Kingsley, QNN.
I think we're going to get there, and I think that takes care of a lot of folks in this room who have been shortchanged for many years.
As the gubernatorial election next month draws near, candidates like Ned Lamont hear from voters on key issues at various forums. Wednesday night's forum at Central Connecticut State University focused on early education.
It gives every kid a fair shot at the starting line of life. Something I think I, as a governor, owe every single child, regardless of their background.
Those who attended the forum had the opportunity for the panelists to read off some of their questions.
My question to you is, if elected, are you committed to maintaining a separate Office of Early Childhood?
Voters weighed in on the impression Lamont left on them after the forum.
I thought he had some good points, probably ones that have been asked of him before. That is, the answers he gave seemed to indicate that he's thought about the questions and the issues before.
Other attendants of tonight's forum said they were looking for something different in Lamont's responses.
There's still a level of wait and see for me to hear what exactly will the candidates put out there specific to early childhood issues, not sort of the glossed over responses like, yes, I will support an Office of Early Childhood, yes, I will support Care for Kids, but really digging a little deeper. Tonight's forum was in collaboration with a number of Connecticut organizations, all with primary education as a primary importance. Owen Kingsley, QNN. The new paving project on Whitney Ave could not have come any sooner, but Quinnipiac students are wondering, couldn't it have come any sooner? The paving begins here, near Dixwell Avenue, and ends here, close to Mount Carmel Avenue. Hamden's new paving project has been long overdue as the street contained numerous potholes. However, Hamden's decision to pave the road at the start of a new school year for Quinnipiac has come as an inconvenience for students. As they've torn up the old road, they've left hazards for motorists.
and ran into my lane, so I hit a cone.
Even though the construction work takes place at night, concerns and issues from Quinnipiac students continue during the day.
I mean, the roads are always sort of annoying. You got to make sure you drive over the potholes and the sewer covers and things like that, and also make sure you avoid other cars, obviously.
The construction is very annoying, especially in the lanes that have like half paved higher than the other, so you can't really drive in that.
With an entire summer available to pave without college students flooding the area, Hamden has yet to comment on why they chose now to do it. The pavement is scheduled to be completed on September 22nd, so Quinnipiac students will have to wait just a little bit longer until Whitney is back to normal. Owen Kingsley, QNN. Students were without power last weekend and were forced to leave their dorms, many of which had to find a place to stay that was both warm and safe. Students left in the dark. Hill, Village, and the Bobcat Den suffered from a campus power outage last Friday.
Well, at first, like, the lights were just flickering, and we just saw, like, maybe it was, like, a little malfunction. And then some kids from behind us were like, yeah, our generator's on fire right now.
Quinnipiac was forced to set up alternative places to keep students warm over the weekend. Students were also encouraged to find their own ways to find a warm bed.
So my roommates all had to cram into my friend's room. 4 of them slept in one bed in Pearl Roth, and they said it was like the most uncomfortable night ever.
As a result of Friday's power outage, Quinnipiac Public Safety encourages students to use the rave alerts that can be texted right to your phone.
Main concern as the emergency management team is to keep everybody on campus as safe as possible, and one of the ways in which we get word around is through the rave alert system. So we encourage folks to sign up so that they're aware in the event of emergency as to what we're advising that they do.
So the next time an emergency happens, make sure to sign up for Quinnipiac's rave alerts so that you too won't be left in the dark. According to Quinnipiac, power was restored to all buildings within 3 days of the outage, and students could return to their dorms before classes on Monday. Reporting live from the Mount Carmel campus, Owen Kingsley, QNN.